This will be a real quick video. I just wanted to share something that I put out as a community post yesterday, but after talking with some friends who said they never see my community post unless they actually go to my page, click on that tab. So I just wanted to kind of share some of the progress that I'm doing with the campaign world and that sort of thing. So, we've talked before about, using historical maps and, seeing them in the real world. So you see here on Google Maps, there's where Coucy Castle is. And then here's kind of at least one of the older PDFs that has some of the historical maps and that sort of thing that provides details about the layout of the town of Coucy around the castle and parts of the castle. I've got other articles that give detailed maps of the interior of the castle while it was still whole. And then we can, go back to, I think I've already showed in a video about georeferencing those images, the map images, and then using them to drape over three-dimensional terrain or approximations of the three-dimensional terrain in a geographic information system, GIS. And so kind of here, I'll show you, there's the map of the town and castle. We put it over, we've draped it over Google satellite imagery. Which can be rendered in 3 dimensions based on an underlying digital elevation model. And from there, we're going to kind of pop out an old style blue map of the now renamed castle and town of Coucy. And of course, it's based on the original town of Coucy. And I've done it as a old blue style map because I'm going to include it in a fully detailed adventure module. It'll be kind of like a for levels 1 to 3 kind of thing, and you'll have maps of the castle, have a listing of town residents. So there's about 750 or so townspeople, and then the Grand Duke's family, and a standing army of about 1,500 people. And then there'll be 2 additional villages. One's right outside of one of the gates. Another one is just around the hill from it, but it's associated directly with the castle. And then there'll be some various locations strewn about the wilderness. At least one major dungeon location, several other smaller dungeon type things that are scattered throughout the map. And then maybe we'll take a look at playing it. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the campaign world. And here again, I think I've talked a little bit about using GIS data in different ways, but I bring it up because, okay, here's a line art map of 19 of the territories that are going to be involved in this campaign setting. There's actually going to be a 20th. It'll be a pair of islands that are populated by wizards and their support communities. If you wanted to look for it online, it's not on this map. It's going to be Corsica and Sardinia. Corsica will be the wizards island, and Sardinia will be the location of the various support communities that are related to the wizard island. And so then we can kind of go back into the GIS and see how I've digitized all these territories. And as you can kind of see from the larger setting that I'm showing here, I've got plans to extend that down into the Iberian Peninsula with Spain. It obviously goes much farther east as far as the rest of Europe. Particularly from what's shown in the line art map, the Elven and Dwarven territories are significantly larger. The Dwarven, not so much at the surface, because they're really just Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and most of Austria, except for Lower Austria and Vienna and the northern half of Upper Austria, which is part of the Elven territories. The Elven territories will spread across most of southern Germany, almost all of Poland, with the exception of a little bit in the northwestern corner, and on into Karelia and the western part of what is now Russia. And so now the reason I bring that up and wanted to share this quick video was I'm also releasing a keyhole markup language KML file that you can import into Google Earth. So if you wanted to go onto Google Earth and take a look at what the terrain in these fictionalized territories is going to look like, there will be some minor changes, of course, to do what I need to do with my fantasy kingdoms. But for the most part, you can go visit this place on Earth and it's more or less going to conform to the terrain in the fantasy setting. And so I put down that keyhole markup language KML file, and we'll just run through real fast here. How you can import that into even the web browser based version of Google Earth. Anyway, that was it, and I'll have a more substantive video later. Thank you very much for watching. See you again in the next one.